Welcome to Green and Glamorous Living. So I am going to talk about hair cutting. So I just had a haircut. I give myself haircut, and I think it looks good. Not the 100% probably perfect, but pretty good. So I've been cutting my hair, giving myself haircuts since last year in February. This coronavirus pandemic started. So if you are living in LA or Florida or somewhere warmer place, so the chances that infection rate or probability would be much low. But if you are living into north part of the US or northeast coast, all the way from Maine to maybe North Carolina, all this state, New York, Maryland, Washington DC, during the cold time, there was a little more risky that infection of influenza or coronavirus, this kind of virus. So even though you could go outside to have doing various things, doing grocery shopping or even going in a restaurant, but when it comes to haircut, the haircut, somebody who is giving you haircut has to be very close proximity to you. So there is a little bit of a higher risk. So I decided to buy this clipper, which is also be calling buzzer. And I'm giving the haircut to myself. So the product that I searched, and this is a Whal, and it's a kit, and the kit will have a apron, that which is I did not use. I usually use the t-shirt, or after cut I just take shower, so I don't need that. But it comes with a comb and a nice scissor, so you could do after fine trimming anything you needed to do. Also a sets of 10 clipper head. So this is, you just attach to it, very easy for this one. It's very similar to any other clipper that you could find. So this one, when I bought it, I paid $40, but now since there is a demand that people, the guys have to have a haircut at least a month or a month and a half. So there is a demand that people are buying this hair clipper and having haircut. So now probably it's a $50. But at the same time, you might have a $15 or $20 less than what you would pay for a Whal, but this product is pretty good. All the clippers, everything is much better quality, runs very well, and so I would recommend this product, because once you get used to it, even a year from now, things get reasonably normal. We have a vaccine. You might want to say that this time that you are busy, you're not going to have time to go to haircuttery place, and you wanted to give yourself a haircut, so you could do that. Also, if you have a children, so you could use the same to have your children's haircut. So one of the things that I give myself a haircut, so in the back it's a little difficult to, because you cannot see it, and you try to put in a mirror in the back, so it'd be more difficult. So kind of I usually goes my I touch it and I run it the clipper this way, and I go kind of feelings that it's doing okay. So if you are not feeling comfortable, and if you have someone to help you at home, so you could ask. And I'm telling a secret. This is the time that you'll figure out actually your family member, whether your daughter, son, or your wife, and you'll see who really love you. So people say I love you, but when you really needed help, whether they are taking time to actually help you to the haircut. So that's the secret test. You could test asking the help. So the clippers that I have from number 8, it goes all the way to number half. So it goes to number 2, then it drops by every half number. So after number 2, I have 1.5, 1.5, which is the finest. So from 8 to 1. So 8 means that you see that this wider. That means that when you are sliding, like combing here, so your clipper, the edge, blade edge will be here. So you have it this much of about inch of height from your scalps to the clipper. So that's where you make the longest cut. So what I do is that it's not very difficult. First time I was hesitated, but I done it, but now I feel comfortable. So what I do is that first time I put in a clipper and I run it, and then the number 8, and I go all the way and top everywhere possible. I take time, and obviously my hair will be here, not that long anyway, but mostly here. So I cut. So once I'm done with the number 8, sometimes I do 7, sometimes I skip the 7, so I go 6. So when I go 6, I am not going all the way top and front, because if you notice that whether you might have a certain style, but usually that on the top and front you wanted to keep the hair the longest. So you already cut that, and the next one is the little, so you go close to the all the edge to the top, but you don't go there. And same from that back, you don't go all the way to up, you go, let it go. And then from 6 you go 5, or maybe you can double if you're expert. You could go to 4 at that point, but you have to be careful that it match with the longer cut of 6 with 4. Otherwise safer to go gradually go down. So 5. So when you go 5 or 4, you're going not that high as you went to 6. So you go a little bit lower, and same as thing. So understand, the lower the number, you stay lower. So it's very simple in that if you really cannot remember which order should go. So when you go to 3, so you going kind of like right above the area. So you're going all the way, you don't go all the way up. So you trimming, and take your time in the back. Make sure you touch that you feel that you have a good kind of like a smooth edge. And then you go to 2, 1.5 as going to that your sideburn area. You go a little bit careful. There you go about within a 1.5 and 1. And rarely you might want to cut that sideburn and the edge. Also, you could a shaving razor to actually finish that sideburn. So this is I wanted to show you. So hopefully you haven't tried this or haven't bought it, and also the area you live in, whether you live in the colder part of US or in Germany or Europe or France, so colder area, and you think that it would be safer for you to do the haircut at home, and to avoid any risk of COVID-19 infection. So you could try that, and try this the method I mentioned. So hopefully you'll find this information is valuable. So if you haven't subscribed my channel, kindly subscribe, clicking that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate. This will help me to promote this channel.